Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, do we have a controversial topic to talk about? And it is all about Hermes, and I got some Hermes tea for you. And I am actually flabbergasted that Hermes is operating in this way. It's shocking, and I don't even think it should be legal. So anyway, if you're new to the channel, I am Erica from Erica's Girly World. I hope you love it enough to stay here. And to my returning subs, of course, I love you all. So let's get right into the tea, which is some crazy things that Hermes sales associates are telling customers that they have to do in order to score a quota bag. So a Birkin or a Cali. So I had been hearing some ramblings about how Hermes is operating in certain places in the world, which that's how they operate everywhere really. But in some places they are being a lot more open about it, and the SAs are kind of like telling you like it is. In a few places I have heard that are operating like this are Dubai, for example, and now I just heard about Thailand. So I have a follower on Instagram that became more friends now because I followed him back and we chit chat, and he was telling me that he just went to Thailand for vacation, and he went to the Hermes boutique there, and he was looking at scoring a few things. You know, he wanted some orange sandals, you know, there are a couple things that he was trying to pick, and of course, you know, he inquired about getting a Birkin, right? Which we all do when we go to Hermes. That's really the ultimate wish, right? Is to get a Birkin or a Cali. And they said, when he asked that, they said that they did not have stock. So he then asked about an bag, you know, which is not a quota bag, it's just like a regular bag that's available. And he said that when the sales associate went to the back to get the bag for him, he took forever and ever and ever. And then when he finally came back, he told this friend of mine on Instagram, and I will put a link to his Instagram account in the description box below. Go follow him. He's super nice, luxury lover like all of us. But this sales associate came back and told him that, hey, you know, I mean, if you are willing to spend an X amount of money, I can get a Birkin for you. And the X amount of money was equivalent to 15,000 pounds. So if you convert that to dollars, that's a little bit above $20,000. So the SA, he said that the sales associate was very nice, very courteous. You know how Hermes sales associates are always very courteous, you know, very kind. Some of them are really snooty, but they still kind of do it in a kind way. Like they're not like, you know, like ragamuffin rude, you know, they treat you like shit, but in a very sophisticated way. So he said that the sales associate was really kind and really nice to him, but he kind of told him like, hey, you have to spend $20,000 in order to get offered a Birkin. And then here's what pisses me off about is, first of all, the lie, right? Because when he first asked about the Birkin, they said, we don't have any stock available. And then all of a sudden he goes to the back and the stock magically appeared, which we all know is a line of bullshit, right? Because we know Hermes stores have stock all the time, okay? They're telling you they don't have it. It's a lie. They have stock all the time. They might not have the exact bag you want, but they have stock. If you are a person that is willing to get anything like myself right now, like I'm dying for neutrals, I know they have neutrals all the time. So he was like, kind of like taken back by like, what? You know, I have to spend all of this money in order to get a Birkin. But then he was like, you know, he was like, okay, maybe I'll get the bag, because, you know, their bag, all of their bags are expensive as hell anyway. So he thought about maybe getting the bag and kind of using that towards the quota to get a Birkin. And they said, well, if you get the bag, that will not go towards your 15,000 pounds. Which I'm like, what? What in the hell? Okay. So he said that he, in a very polite manner, told him, you know, our manager would really appreciate if you purchase jewelry, watches, or homeware. Okay, pause here. Like, pause here, because like that to me, mind blown. Like, pfft, okay, mind blown. Not only you have to deal with the lie, not only you have to pay to play, you now have to buy what they want you to buy. If you want to create that certain amount of money so that you are offered the Birkin, buying what you want is not enough anymore. You have to buy what they want you to buy, which is jewelry and watches and homeware. And I just think that that is so insane to treat your customer that way. I cannot even believe that that is flipping legal, you guys, okay, to do that kind of shit for you to be offered a bag. I've actually seen recently a couple of articles that people in China are legit protesting Hermes, where they were standing outside the store with a sign, okay, talking about, this is ridiculous. Like, I spent all of this money. I was led to believe that if I spent all this money, I would get a bag, and I bought all all of these things and I still didn't get a bag. And people were like legit protesting, you know, in China. And yeah, I know this is like totally first world problems, like so ridiculous in the big scheme of things of the world, right? I get it, okay? But I just think that a brand of that caliber to do shenanigans like this, that feels like it's such a lack of integrity. Like, I don't know what else. I understand a marketing strategy to make it exclusive. I understand to make it desirable. But I just feel that now we are like crossing the boundaries of integrity. You know what I mean? Like, we're talking about lying. We're talking about pay to play. We're talking about kind of like forcing or coercing. I don't think I can say coercing because they're not forcing you to do anything, but they are kind of like manipulating you to buy certain things in order to be offered the bag. And legit, here's what I think. I even get the idea of, hey, we're gonna offer this to the VIP customers, right? The ones that spend the money get the bags. I get it. You know, that's the name of the game in the entire luxury world, right? Let's be realistic here that things are not fair. They're just not fair. It's just not how it is, right? Of course, they're gonna please the people that make them the most money. I get that part of it. Where I think we are really crossing the line now is that now spending a lot of money is not enough anymore. Now you have to buy what they want you to buy. And that just feels disgusting to me. Like, if I go there and I buy 3 bags, okay, and they are the bags that I want, why would they not count towards my quota, you know, to get a Birkin? Like, so now I only have to buy, what if I'm not a jewelry person? Like, right now for me, for example, if they want me to buy watches, it's kind of not gonna happen because, like, I mean, there is a watch at Hermes that I want, but I am in general not a watch person. Like, I love the Hermes home stuff. Like, I do intend on buying all of like the dining sets, like the home stuff I legit dig. But I think customers should be able to buy whatever the flop they want. And the amount of money that you spend should count towards your quota. Whether it's an airbag, whether it's shoes, whether it's fashion jewelry, as long as you are spending what they want you to spend, whatever, right? But the fact that they are now manipulating you to make you buy certain things, it just blew my mind. So this friend of mine on Instagram said, you know, I ended up not buying anything. I kind of, you know, I wanted the things that I wanted. I don't dig Hermes ready to wear very much. And I get it, guys. Like, ready to wear at Hermes, for me, I don't like it. Like, I like it for Scott. They have a cute, I mean, not as fun as like Louis Vuitton is for Scott, but there are things that I can dig, you know, for Scott. But for myself, you know, things don't fit very much. Like, they're very traditional and classic, and I feel like they're a bit too old school. Like, I am a person that I like novelty, you know, in trends, and like the cuts, like even the tops are like super boxy, you know, not things that are relevant, you know, I want to say. So for them to, number one, not offer you kind of the things that the younger generations are into, and then force you to buy certain things is just insane to me. And then talking about Dubai, he confirmed this. I have a couple of real friends in real life that had already told me about what's going on, and that Dubai, they kind of do the same thing. Like, hey, you need to spend an X amount of money and we'll offer you a bag. And how do you conduct business this way? It just, I don't know, it should be illegal, but I know it's not illegal, but it feels shady and it feels like dirty. You know what I mean? Like, you don't go to a luxury store to say, you spend X, you know, and I'll give you a bag. So this guy also told me about a friend of theirs that somebody he knows that went to the Dubai store, and they said, hey, if you buy a diamond Hermes bracelet, we will offer you a Kelly 28. And then she bought the diamond, you know, bracelet and got the Kelly 28. And they said, if you buy another whatever, I'll give you a Kelly 25. So I guess the quota went out the window, you know, of only getting 1 bag at a time. So they offered her 2 bags. So if you spend as much money as you want, I guess anything is possible. And then they are kind of like, I don't know, guys, like, I don't know the right word to say, but they're saying, if you buy this jewelry, I'll give you that. Does that feel good to you? Like, is that a pleasant customer experience to you in a brand that should be the ultimate symbol of luxury and luxurious experience? This is how things are going down. Like, you walk in the store, you want to buy a few things. I'm sorry, this doesn't count. You have to buy X, Y, and Z. you know, like in the past, I have purchased things that I did not like just to maintain my quota, and I am not doing that anymore, guys. I haven't been offered a bag in over a year now, and I probably won't again. I don't know. But I am legit buying the things that I love about the brand. And there are things that I love at Hermes. I don't like orange sandals. I don't want to buy a collection of orange sandals that I don't like. A lot of their shoes I'm not into. I do dig the jewelry for Hermes a lot. I do intend on buying more jewelry. I am on a jewelry kick, and I legit love their stuff, and I legit love the house stuff, you know. So I have every intention on continuing to buy those things, but I am no longer buying things just to keep my history. I mean, if I'm never offered again, it's a bummer, because I am one of those people that I legit love the brand. It's like a lifestyle for me. And I legit want to buy some things from them because I do love. And I feel like these are the customers that should be appreciated, you know, that legit appreciates the brand and what they offer and buy some things that they really truly love. And a brand should enable the customers to only buy the things that they love. I don't think brands should be manipulating you to buy things you do not love, you know. I know that there are certain things for brands that make them more money. So exotics, you know, jewelry and ready-to-wear are things that they typically force because SAs make more money when they sell these things. So I understand that you have like strategy, nothing wrong with that. But that strategy should be, okay, I'm gonna offer my customers more exotics, right? Hey, this is beautiful, whatever. You use your sales influence techniques to get them to buy the things that you make more money of. But I don't think it should be like that tit for tat. I don't think it should be this clear manipulation or kind of like forcing the customer to do things that they're not necessarily up to. I just think that feels dirty, guys. So more and more, I can tell that Hermes sales associates are becoming more open, and the stores are becoming more open at telling you like it is. And I don't know, I have mixed emotions about that, because in a way, I kind of like that, hey, just tell me what your dirty game is and I will know if I follow it or not, right? Hey, you have to spend X. And then I know, hey, I cannot spend that much money. Like, I cannot go to Dubai right now and drop $20,000 to buy another Hermes bag for another $15,000. I'm not that much of a baller. You know what I mean? I am a customer that I buy things. I love the brand. I buy pretty regular, only the things that I love, and I do not spend a fortune because I'm not Paris Hilton, you know what I mean? So, but I think customers like me should still be appreciated and should still have a place in the Hermes grand scheme of things. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I don't get offered bags all the time, like the super VIP people that spend $100,000 in a drop, which I know people that do that. I've gone shopping with people that do that. I get it, you know, they will get preference, and that's the name of the game, and I respect that. But I would hope that they would find a place for customers like myself that are well-to-do but are not trillionaires and truly buy things that they love and truly love and appreciate the brand. And I don't think that the sales associates have 100% control over this. They are told what to do, right? As sales associates don't create a marketing strategy for the brand, right? The brand does, corporate does, right? So this is something that is trickling down from leadership. And I don't think most sales associates enjoy lying to people. I think the vast majority of them probably don't like having to deal with the bullshit, you know, that the system is about. And I think sometimes in a moment of desperation, they're telling people what the game is all about, and so they can meet their quotas, you know, and make their sales and sell the shit that they need to sell, right? So what I think is that Hermes needs to figure it out, you know. They need, especially in the area of social media where people talk, where one experience becomes known by the entire world. You know, before, maybe this strategy wasn't a big deal because there was no social media. So they could do these shady shenanigans and nobody would know about it. But now we do, you know. If I go to the store and they tell me they don't have a bag, I go to Instagram and I see people that I know purchase at my store get bags, right? So I know they're lying. So in the age of social media, one bad experience is known by the entire world. And I think it makes the brand look really bad and really disgusting. So I think, you know, my tip for Hermes is that there is a place for us to still be treated with respect, you know, for us to still walk in the store and have a pleasurable experience and not leave the store feeling like it is less than. You can still be exclusive. You can still offer your bags for your VIPs, but still incorporate a strategy that does not feel illegitimate and illegal and shady. It's disgusting, you know? So I don't know. What do you guys think about it? Would love to hear your comments in the comment section below. Have you experienced anything like this? How are you being treated? What do you think about this new era of Hermes? I want to hear your thoughts. I just want to tell you that I am flabbergasted and pretty disgusted with all of this crap going down. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Love you. Bye.